Hey, welcome to Weird Wednesday, everybody. This is John from the Old Crowbar, or Used Toy, here for Weird Wednesday on baloneybrain.com with my partner in stupid criminal stuff, weird stories, Suburban Hobo, or Daryl House. How you doing, Daryl?
I'm doing great. Just another day in paradise down here in Florida.
Good. You guys got good weather?
It actually has gotten very, very beautiful. This morning, it was so foggy. I went to play tennis. At one point, my beard was almost dripping. The humidity was so thick, and you could barely see the ball. But then, eventually the sun came out, burned it off. It was a wonderful morning. I like
Nice. Well, what do you have for us today?
I have got some stuff. This first story, I tried to talk myself out of using this story. This is a company out of Seattle is making bacon-flavored condoms.
What? That is...
If that ain't weird, I don't know what is. But here's the story.
Well, everybody loves bacon.
Well, you know what? A Seattle company specializing in bacon-flavored products said its two newest products aren't for ingestion, which is eating, in case you all didn't know. Bacon sunscreen and bacon-flavored condoms. J&D's Foods, famous for products included bacon-flavored salt and Baconaise sandwich spread, said it's releasing an SPF 30 sunscreen designed to keep the wearer smelling like something delicious and cooking for several hours.
Well, I think I've actually tried the bacon salt, and it's pretty good.
Well, the company's also releasing the condoms that look like bacon and are coated with an ultra-premium bacon... Wait for it. The company's also releasing condoms that look like bacon and are coated with an ultra-premium bacon-flavored personal lubricant. The sunscreen and the condom 3-packs each retail for $9.99.
Wow.
Which, if you turn them upside down, are $6.66. It's the devil's products.
My wife loves BLTs. What can I say?
Could it be Satan?
Well, this has been, I hope everybody had a nice Easter weekend. And yesterday, one of my favorite unofficial holidays, April Fool's, it ends up in Hampton, Virginia, Susan Tinker, 20, was arrested after phoning the police to report a phony robbery from the Waffle House, speaking of bacon. So she has been charged, and she's going to face up to a year in prison and a $2,500 fine. So the moral of the story is, don't call 911 for a joke. It's not funny.
It's not funny. Well, this is funny. This is another restaurant story. Up in Philadelphia, there's been a restaurant that was opened actually in 1949, and it's called Chink's Steaks. Well, it's not very politically correct.
I'm guessing not.
After getting a complaint from someone, Joe Grow, who is the owner, actually went to work for Chink's when he was 16 years old. He eventually bought the restaurant, but somebody came in who was an Asian American, and he wasn't so happy with the name. So the eatery has been changed the name from Chink's Steaks to Chink's Hamburgers. No, I couldn't resist that. It's going to be called Joe's Steaks now. But not all residents were happy with the change. There were 10,000 signatures on a petition to keep the name. Now he's given into political correctness, said Robert Quinn, who's 59, and Eleanor McGonigal, 60 years old, agreed. But I couldn't resist the Chink's hamburger stuff.
Well, I've got one, and it's just too funny. William Busker allegedly robs and beats a man to prove he's not a cop. I can just see like a movie scene like this. Hey, would a cop do this? So, yeah, beat a guy to the point where he was lying in a pool of blood, was treated for facial injuries and missing teeth. Busker was charged with second-degree battery, armed robbery, and flight from an officer. and taken into custody on a $52,000 bail.
I got you, Dick Tracy here, pal.
So yeah, it actually was a drug deal gone bad, and the guy said, "Hey, you're a cop." "Oh yeah? Would a cop do this?"
That is in the running for one of my favorite stories of the year so far. Of course, it's only the beginning of April, but I love that story. That's great. Well, I got a feel-good story here for you, though, because baseball season just opened up. You wrote a wonderful article on Baloney Brain for Baseball's Always There. I liked it, and actually, I don't know if you saw my comment or not, but it's certainly easier to be a Reds fan this year than it is a Marlins fan. Everybody's angry with the Marlins down here, and it's ugly. It's very ugly. So I think I'm going to be rooting for the Reds again this year. But anyway, up in Poughkeepsie, New York, there's a man and a couple of his friends who has been going to the opening game of the Mets since 1964.
Nice.
He attended the first home opener in Shea Stadium, and he goes back every year. He says, we did it in 65, 66. We just kept going, and lo and behold, I made it to 30. And then I started to wonder if I could make the number 50. And he says, I will probably keep going as long as I can. Now, Osterberg, the gentleman is Robert Osterberg. He's 81 years old, so he's not going to make a whole lot more opening days, but I hope he gets as many as he possibly can. But he said he expects the team, which he said lacks strong pitchers, hitters, and outfielders, to lose more than 100 games during the coming season. He says, I'm a born pessimist, and I've never been disappointed. He said, I could have been a Yankees fan, but it wouldn't have been so much fun.
Well, I've got big hopes for the Reds this year, even though they lost their opener in 13 innings. It was blistering.
Who we got up there? Pete Rose, Johnny Bench?
No, but we got some good players.
Oh, yeah.
We got the new guy, Achu. Oh, bless
Achu.
you.
Let me tell you what, on the news this morning down here in South Florida, they were doing a man-on-the-street interview asking people to name Marlins players. Nobody could name one. We got a budget for players of about $100.
And and if you ever get that question, just say Martinez.
Can't go wrong.
All right. Well, my last story, and this has been coming up week after week. So cocaine bags allegedly found between Lincoln Hospital patients' butt cheeks. People, this is a bad idea. It never works out. It's been in Weird Wednesday every week. So this week it was 17 bags of cocaine nestled between the patient's butt cheeks at a Bronx psychiatric ward. And I'm guessing maybe the patient was there for being a little too anal.
I suppose.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I passed on a story about a guy who was so aggravated with his wife he tried to poison her. He put arsenic in her shoes. Says she got gangrene in one foot. But anyway, take it home, John. I'm all done.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody, for joining us on Weird Wednesday. We will see you all next week. And we've got some good bands here at the Old Crow Bar. Where are you going to be at this weekend, Daryl?
I'm at Duffy's Wednesday and Thursday in North Miami Beach on the Intracoastal, and Friday night in Fort Lauderdale. I'm the Duffy's poster boy these days. They love me there.
Well, we will see everybody next week.
Adios, amigos.